Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and this is our second of 4 weeks being hosted by Ragged Mountain Resort here in Danbury, New Hampshire. We invite you to discover Ragged Mountain, where thrill and excitement is just around the corner. Ragged has over 50 trails of top to bottom skiing and boarding with beginner, glades, 3 terrain parks, and dedicated learning areas. They also have their 6-pack high-speed chairlift, which can quickly get you to the summit in less than 5 minutes. Let Ragged help you turn your weekend or vacation from ordinary to extraordinary. We'll be here with Kyle Matzke on the mountain to hear about all the reasons you have to visit. Susie Stockwell will introduce us to the Pine Hill cross-country ski area in neighboring Wilmot. We'll stop by the Sweet Beet Cafe in Bradford. And we'll close with a piece we did last year with Jay Bubertin, a Wilmot Metal Craftsman. But first, a few words from the good businesses that make your Yankee Chronicle possible. Please stay with us.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick Must-See Bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel. During our visit last season, we got out on the mountain with Kyle Matzke. Let's revisit that segment now. Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from atop Ragged Mountain Resort here in Danbury, New Hampshire. And I'm super excited to be joined by the Director of Marketing here at Ragged Mountain, Kyle Matzke. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, thank you guys for being here with us today.
Thanks for having us. This is so fun to be here and to be able to be out here with you. So obviously this is a unique year at Ragged Mountain because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So tell us a little bit about the changes you've had to make and how the season's going.
You know, the build up this summer coming into the season was very nerve-wracking, I think, for the ski industry as a whole. But now that we've gotten into a groove and gotten through the holiday season, things are really going smoothly here for us. You know, we've received a lot of great compliments on the way we're handling COVID protocols. Our conditions have been beautiful considering the mild winter we had. That was awesome. It's unfortunate it left as quick as it came.
Sure.
But our snowmaking team and mountain operations do just an outstanding job. You know, our trails are in very fat and thick right now, and the grooming is just as good as it gets. So it's been an awesome season thus far. Very happy. Getting a lot of skier visits, you know, on par with the typical season on weekend visits. So really no complaints. That's
amazing.
Awesome.
And a lot of people may be hesitant to come and try out, you know, the mountain this year because they're not sure what to expect. And you've really gone above and beyond to make sure people are aware leading up to it, but have made some changes to make their visit easier.
Absolutely. I think from a guest perspective, it's nerve-wracking coming to the resort where there's all these people collecting from all over various locations. But you know, I think once you see what the protocols we have in place and the mask usage, I think people have developed a little bit more of a comfort. There's been a slight change in habits, you know, one-way door access, change in food and beverage protocols, a lot more tech out there, pickup boxes as you enter, QR codes have been a great tool for accessing anywhere from your media, your daily tickets, to menus for all our restaurants, season pass waivers. So everything's just as contact free and user friendly as it can be for the guest, and I think we've certainly won over a lot of people's opinions on the way we've approached it.
That's great. So obviously being Director of Marketing, your job is to market people to come here to Ragged. You're trying to get creative and looking forward to maybe a little bit of a looser lifestyle that we'll be able to have in the coming months. So anything you want to tease that's coming up that maybe in the works or exciting things you're hoping to do?
As a whole, events have been scaled back tremendously this year. You know, typically you try to advertise in the marketing world to draw more and more people here, but
right.
you know, we're just trying to manage our season pass holders usage, and you know, when you're selling out on weekends, there's no need to really promote our product too much more.
One thing we were talking about on the lift up here is weddings. You are a wedding venue for the warmer months, and that is something that's actually staying kind of course. People are moving from 2020 to 2021, and you are hosting weddings.
Yeah, that is correct. We're going to have a record-breaking summer season for weddings this year. You know, a lot of them got pushed off last season, and I think we're upwards of 19 to 20 weddings so far booked, and then we're already booking into the next summer as well. So that's been great. You know, Rachel, our wedding coordinator, has done a tremendous job. We have been running some ad campaigns for weddings particularly right now, and it's been very successful. So yeah, we're excited to get bigger groups back here once again.
That's amazing. Summer. And so just looking forward into the rest of the winter season here at Ragged, what are some of the hopes and dreams to keep going at the rate that you are?
You know, it comes down to some snow. If Mother Nature provided a little bit of fresh snow for us, that would go a long way. It's been a fairly mild winter aside from that one major storm. So that would be helpful. You know, when people don't have snow in their backyards, they don't think to go skiing quite as much.
Yep.
So I'd like to see that. But aside from that, I just would like to kind of keep the rhythm we have right now. You know, our guest compliance has been awesome, like I said, and it's just been going really well. Our staff has stayed healthy and safe, and there's just a lot of positive things going on here at Ragged.
That's awesome, and I've been very impressed being here. It's very clear what you're supposed to do as a guest and how to make things happen. Everyone's friendly, but still kind of the same Ragged we're all used to. You've just had to make some adjustments to be COVID safe, so that's appreciated, I'm sure.
You bet. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Well, Kyle, the Director of Marketing here at Ragged Mountain, thanks for having us out here on the slopes today. Thanks, Kyle. The things that make people want to come here don't change, but are always getting better. When we return, we'll join Susie Stockwell at the trailhead of the Pine Hill Cross Country Ski Area in neighboring Wilmot. But first, these words from the good folks that make our communities the great places they are, the businesses that support us, and the organizations you use and love.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
Welcome back. I'm Abby Peel, your Yankee Chronicle host this week at Ragged Mountain Resort here in Danbury, New Hampshire. Let's head over to Ragged Mountain to the Pine Hill Cross Country Ski Area in Wilmot. Hi, Susie.
So the history of Pine Hill is very rich. I actually remember skiing at Norsk, which was maintained at the Lake Sunapee Country Club, and this is again John and Nancy Slasher were key in that. They had that up and managed it, and then when that dispersed back in 2005, John and Nancy recreated the Pine Hill Ski Club, which took over a lot of the trails that they had already built in the Norsk system. Pine Hill's terrain is very user-friendly. We have most of the trails are blues and greens. We have a little bit of the expert terrain. But if you are looking to just get out, we call it cross-country skiing, the natural social distancing sport, especially now during COVID. It's just a wonderful way to get some fresh air and incredible exercise. The benefits of cross-country skiing are phenomenal. It's a total cardio workout if you want it to be, or it's a beautiful walk in the woods. So we're very lucky again to be able to have John and Nancy with this incredible history that they have, and they are top-notch cross-country skiers. They teach classic and skating. So if you ever get a chance to take a lesson with either John or Nancy, you're pretty lucky. So Pine Hill Ski Club is located on 220 Mountain Road in New London, and actually covers 20 kilometers, a little over 12 miles of beautiful terrain, thanks to the generosity of 12 landowners in this area who allow us to ski and maintain some of the trails all season long. So we're very fortunate to have this. This is run by an all-volunteer board. We are a membership organization, so that when people buy their season's pass for $99 before January 1st, and after that it's $130 for the season, they are club members and basically can use all of the facilities anytime that they want to. We engage them to help us with the trail maintenance. We have many of them that we call Adopt a Trail volunteers. They help to maintain the trails. They'll walk them during the spring, summer, and fall with us and cut down limbs and gather brush and make sure that we are ready for snow when the snow comes. So we do a huge program also with the school system. We do encourage the elementary schools to come and use our trails. So a fun sightseeing venture on Pine Hill is to ski around and find all of the moose-scots. There are about 35 of these handmade moose-scots all over the trails with pretty unusual names. Magnuna Moose is sitting alongside the loaner ski system, and we've got a first aid moose right by the trailhead. So we have a great feature with loaner ski equipment. We have boots, skis, and poles that are all sized and kept clean. The boots are in the cabinet and all of the skis are on the rack. So it's a come, first serve. You are, a little risky trying to get here and just hope that you'll find the equipment that fits you that day, but come and check it out. You never know. We were lucky to get these skis from the Village Sports when they all switched over to a different season, but we also encourage folks to go over to Nordic Skater in Newbury if you're looking for rental equipment. Yeah, so to find Pine Hill Ski Club, if any of you are familiar, we are on 220 Mountain Road, which is off Shaker Street in New London. We do have signs posted along the way, especially when the snow conditions are terrific. There will be these little road signs so that you can hopefully find your way to Pine Hill Ski Club. So if you're interested in just coming for a day, we do have a $15 rate for adults, and children 10 and under are actually free. We have a cash box. This is all on the honor system. You can also use your Venmo. So we're very high tech now. You can go to Venmo and actually pay for your day pass right on site. Well, to get involved and to check out our trail conditions and what's going on, you can check out our website at pinehillskiclub.com. And through that, we also have an email where you can contact us if you'd like to get more involved, and we are always looking for volunteers. We have volunteer groomers, volunteer people who make the signs, volunteer people who cut down the trees. So we want volunteers all the time. We couldn't do this without a key bank of volunteers.
Thanks, Susie. Another winter alternative to get you out of the house and enjoying our great outdoors. When we return, we'll revisit a segment we did at the Sweet Beet Cafe in Bradford last year. But first, this snapshot of the local businesses that keep this show coming to you.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a LaValle Middleton building supply.
When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
Welcome back. I'm Abby Peel, your Yankee Chronicle host today, coming to you from Ragged Mountain Ski Resort. Hannah Flanders introduced us to the new Sweet Beet Cafe last September. They're still providing great fare. Tell us more, Hannah.
Thanks, Abby. So yeah, I'm here at Sweet Beet Cafe at 11 West Main Street in Bradford, and we opened our doors in mid-August. We're open here Friday through Sunday with fresh, seasonally inspired scones and other baked goods straight from our kitchen. We have an espresso machine and all sorts of yummy coffee drinks, and we also have white heron organic teas from the seacoast. So really promoting local food, yummy, warm, comforting drinks, and a community vibe. The Sweet Beet Market has been here for a few years, and we started as a small farm stand across town. And we're really trying to bring in products from all sorts of farmers and makers and make it really convenient for our community to access fresh local food, support local agriculture, circulate money in our local economy, and cooking has always been a really important part of that as well. So we opened a kitchen a few years ago. The Village Cafe was a lovely business here for a while. Unfortunately, didn't make it through COVID. And so there was this real need to bring back that community building kind of spirit that's embodied in this cafe. And like everybody, we're working with the resources that we have at the moment. So our staff is working really hard to do what we can to serve fresh local food from the kitchen. And you can come, you can shop for your groceries at Sweet Beet Market, you can get a coffee at Sweet Beet Cafe and a scone or a muffin, and really have a whole experience here that's based around local food. Yeah, we have a variety of products in the market. In fact, we just received some great feedback from a new customer that was like, whoa, I did not know you had so many things in the market. Fresh local meat from small scale meat producers. We have the seasonal produce is of course the star of the show. Right now, actually in mid-September is like peak produce. People might think that it's waning, but it's not. We have winter squash meets summer squash. We have a lot going on. We have fresh baked goods. We have grocery items that we source from statewide partnerships. We have homemade soap. We have our coffee and tea, and also a French press, and coffee socks that you can swap out your coffee filters and start using a reusable coffee filter. We have home goods to help you cut down on kitchen waste. So containers and utensils and veggie bags to store your produce. And we also have art because we believe in celebrating nature through art. We have jewelry and we have posters and cards. So you can really do your grocery shopping, you can buy gifts, you can stock your kitchen, home goods, and your bathroom. So there's a lot more here than meets the eye. Sweet Beet Farm Market and Cafe are all entities of our mama organization, the Kearsarge Food Hub. We're a nonprofit organization. Our mission is to reinvigorate our community within a restorative local food system. And we're pretty complex and dynamic to address and serve that mission. We have a food donations program where we're sending 2,000 pounds on average of fresh produce sourced directly from local farms to our food access partners like food pantries and school backpack programs. We have educational programming where we're trying to inspire a love and understanding of local food and how it's important to care for the natural systems that make our food possible. One great program that we started this year was our Farmer Apprentice program. So down at the old farm stand location, we have 2 new farmers, Cassie and Jake, who are learning how to be farmers. And they're getting direct support from our farm manager, Pierre, and Franz, who handles our wholesale distribution, learning how to grow and sell food everywhere from planting the seed to writing the invoices. And we're about to go back to the Bradford first graders to do our 5th year, I believe, of plants and seeds with them. So really all ages of learning. We also do a weekly newsletter, Sweet Beet Weekly, where we provide recipes and featured products and a deeper dive into our local food system and what we offer. So we're trying to provide education and inspiration at every level. Yeah, you can connect with Kearsarge Food Hub, home of Sweet Beet Farm Market Cafe, online. We have a wonderful website, kearsargefoodhub.org, where you can explore all of our dynamic programming. We're very active on social media, Facebook, Instagram, both Kearsarge Food Hub and Sweet Beet, so you can find both of those there. And I encourage you to sign up for our mailing list because we're also very active in our communications. You can learn more, you can get involved, you can volunteer. Definitely check it out. Yeah, we're here in Bradford, just a quarter of a mile, or maybe half a mile at most from Route 103. So if you're driving from Sunapee to Warner, just turn where you see the signs on Route 103. We have our Sweet Beet signs out there, half a mile down at 11 West Main Street in Bradford. We're here in the old Bradford Inn, which we're reviving with community partners. There's Evergreen Healing Arts Yoga Studio upstairs. You can get your yoga in, you can get your local food, you can get your coffee at the cafe. So it's really a one-stop destination.
Thanks, Hannah. They are still open every Friday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you're in the neighborhood, check them out. When our Yankee Chronicle returns, we'll visit the Metal Craft Workshop of Jay Bubertin in Wilmot. But first, let's visit a few of the community-minded businesses that support your Yankee Chronicle.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. With more frequent major weather events, don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, your host. A couple years ago, we had a chance to visit a metal craft workshop in Wilmot. Tell us about your operation, Jay.
Getting into blacksmithing has been a progression of different things I've been interested in. I started off fabricating signage and was a cyclist and decided I wanted to learn how to build bicycles, so I did that. And that gradually blossomed into something a little bit more creative and diverse, and that was blacksmithing, and it's a lot of the same metal skills, so it was a nice transition, and it's really allowed me to be more creative in my everyday job. I am a modern blacksmith, I would call it, and metal worker, and I do a lot of forge work and welding and copper work. Railings. So that's an example of tapering the bar to a point, and I'll take another heat and I'll taper a little bit more, and then we'll put a twist in it. Being a modern blacksmith, I utilize the technology at hand. I use an old school forge and anvil, but also welders and grinders and plasma cutters. Wire brush cleans the scale off the metal and keeps your forging nice and clean. And we're going to put a spiral on here. We're working over the far edge of the anvil. I use all sorts of fun things that, make sparks and I can do more work with. Well, being a blacksmith, I don't actually have handrails on my house because I don't get those. I get to do handrails for other people's homes. And so far, it's been a lot of word of mouth and just making connections around the town, different events in town, and I start talking to people and they start talking and I get phone calls, and it's been working out pretty well that way. One of my favorite things is furniture, because it allows me to create something that is functional, but also aesthetically pleasing. And then a lot of times I'm doing a metal frame for something and a wood top or a wood bench, and then you just put the wood and the metal together, and that's really fun. I do my own woodwork. I'm definitely not a fine woodworker, but I know how to make a slab of wood flat and to finish it properly. Oh, the best part of the craft, in my opinion, is getting to meet people and talk to people about what they want, really kind of dive into their interests and their style, and then try to pull from that style and create something that really speaks to them. And then you get to deliver it, and they hopefully bowled over and start pulling apart the different details that you worked into the piece. If someone's interested in my work, I usually refer them to my website or my social media. I have an Instagram and Facebook page, and that Instagram and Facebook is really what's happening now and what's in my shop, and what it looks like when it's installed. On my website is a lot less progress pictures and more finished work.
Thanks, Jay. Give them a call if you're looking for a unique touch to complete your next remodeling or building project. It's a wrap today from Ragged Mountain Resort. As COVID wanes, start thinking about a corporate or wedding celebration event here. But before that, make sure to get a few days of carving on their 250 acres of sweet terrain. Next week, we'll be back here to meet the groomer per excellence, Al Wickstrom, and hear about his work making the snow surfaces here the best they can be. Carly Bascom from the New England Healing Sports Association will give us a highlight of their 50th anniversary celebration. Jean Connolly of the Center for the Arts will join us to tell about what they're doing to complete their mission in spite of the COVID hiccups. And we'll close with an interview we did last year with Allie Coy with a few Valentine's gift suggestions from Alley Oops in New London. Don't miss our live game of the week. We have a doubleheader next Wednesday night starting at 4:50 as the Lebanon Raiders, then the boys, host the rivals of the Marauders of Hanover in live basketball action on our website, ycnnow.com. All games replay at 12 and 5 p.m. Sundays and Mondays on WYCX or on demand anytime at ycnnow.com. Check out other outside television programs of original shows featuring the most exciting extreme sports from rock climbing, biking, water sports, and of course skiing. I'm Abby Peel. Join us again next week from Ragged Mountain Ski Resort at the same time for another Yankee Chronicle. Stay safe, everyone.